right, today's my first day of doing a peptide injection, and I have the lovely Anna Raymer in the house who's going to be showing me what's up. ARX supplements in the house. All right.
So, first thing you're going to do is pop the plastic cap off of your vacuum sealed peptide.
Off of the Retta.
Off of your Peptide, or also known online as Ratatouille.
The old Ratatouille. Like Ratatouille?
Yeah, it's kind of like the joke a lot of people do just so they don't say the word, but most people are saying the word these days.
Pull that down a little bit so you guys can see that better.
No? Are we live?
We're not live, no. I didn't think of live. But
Live's good.
Live would have been a good one.
Yeah. Pemberton man. Okay, so you want to put a little bit of alcohol and wipe off the top of your vial just to make sure it's sterilized. So once you keep it in your fridge, every time you stick a needle into the rubber stopper, you will always do that.
Good thinking.
Yeah, I did do that for years and it never gave me a problem, but now I just go above and beyond because I'm showing other people. So you open up one of your syringes. And yours have a needle on, right? The same ones as I have? Yes, okay. So just crank the needle on because they always start loose. They come from the manufacturer loose.
Crank the needle on?
Yeah, like make sure it's on there tight.
Okay.
And then I always take it out and leave it in my mouth. We're going to draw out a whole syringe full of air. And because they come vacuum sealed, we have to put air into the syringe. So you're just going to pierce the stopper and it will literally suck the air into the vial with your powdered peptide.
Oh, into the powdered? No. I'm going into the water, right?
No water. Just into the vial. You're putting air in to take away the vacuum seal.
Oh, from my Retta.
Yeah.
Into the center, and there we go. The syringe is dropping. Okay.
Now,
I take it out?
yep.
Okay.
And you're going into your bacteriostatic water.
Into the water.
You will draw out a full syringe.
I'm not changing the tips or anything. I'm going straight in here. Okay.
Straight in. These needles, or the reason why I like them so much, these syringes come with a needle that's a bigger gauge. So it is actually 25 gauge, so it's a little thicker than I'd prefer to stab myself with. But it's perfect for loading because it's big enough that the liquid moves quickly. So
I'm not getting through my top. What's up with that?
pardon me.
I'm having a hard time punching through.
Push it.
I just bent the needle.
Wait, let me see the top of your, because you didn't take the little cap off. Look at your syringe. Look at your vial. You have to take the plastic off.
No wonder.
So now you need
I need to re-swab that. Oh, hey, we're popping my cherry here today. Take it easy.
It's not
First timer, not a last timer. I got to go get another syringe. I'll be right back.
I've done so many crazy things on this journey, learning.
There goes 10 cents or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. This tip's already come sterilized, so I don't have to worry about that, right?
That's right.
We get that nice and twisted in. Pull that off. Okay. Now, I can go jump into the solution I'm going into, yeah?
That's right.
Oh, that had no problems this time. Zero resistance. How much am I drawing out?
Of the water?
Yeah.
You're taking out just over a full syringe.
Oh, the whole mil.
Yeah, a little bit over a mil, like the full syringe, legit.
Okay. Doesn't seem to want to go any higher. Got it to like right to the mill, but won't go up any higher.
That's fine.
Okay.
So now take that out of the water and put it into your Retta on a 45-degree angle, because as the water shoots into your powdered peptide, you don't want it to hit your peptide because it acts like a pressure washer and it can damage them because peptides are very
Okay, so
compounds.
again, I'm coming in at a 45.
Yeah, and when you deploy the syringe, plunger, you actually want it to be pointing at the wall of the glass, not at the powder.
So should I tilt it to the wall
Yeah.
as well, and then just slowly plunge?
Yep.
Okay. And then
Is it empty then? You have the whole milliliter of bacteriostatic water in there?
I would say so.
And then you can pull out your syringe and then roll the peptide around in your hands until it mixes and you don't see the powder anymore. That's gonna suck. Yeah, they're very delicate. You can't shake them.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you an option. This is going to get confusing, but since you're only starting with one peptide, we put in, it's a 10 milligram bottle, we put in 1 milliliter of bacteriostatic water. So effectively, each 10 units on the syringe, so each notch on the syringe, the 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, should represent 1 milligram of retatrutide. That's what logic says. However, every time you draw out of your vial, a little bit of the liquid gets stuck in the syringe, gets stuck in the loading needle, so we lose some every time. So people are like, well, I only got 7 or 8 shots and I shouldn't have gotten 10. So what a lot of people do, and it's personal preference, is they'll put 2 milliliters of bacteriostatic water in their 10 milligram bottle. It just means that for every milligram now you need to inject 0.2 or 20 units on your syringe. So the math changes a little bit. So it's up to you. It mitigates the amount of peptide lost in the dosing and loading portion, but some people don't like it because it changes the medical math.
Right.
So I do it the way you just did it, but a lot of customers, because they're more price sensitive or they're just wanting to make sure that they don't lose too much inside of the loading needle, because now this has got peptide in it, right? I've lost this bit and I've lost some in the luber lock, right? That's just the way it goes. You're just going to lose some.
No free lunch.
Pardon?
No free lunch, as we say.
Right, but if you put another unit of water in there, then you'll definitely have more. It lessens the loss.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. So were we starting you at 1 or 2 milligrams?
Well, I don't know because we didn't go over that. I've never done it before, so I don't know what to suggest.
Okay. We'll start at 1 and we'll titrate up until we find your happy place.
Okay, we'll start
So
at
you
1.
can use that same syringe. I've got 3 things I've got going on here. We'll do it together. So you have the little 30 gauge needles?
Yes.
Okay. So if you take off your, actually no, don't take that off yet. Okay, so I'll have a similar thing here. Okay. All right, so now the same needle, you're going to go in right at the center and you're going to draw out a 0.1 of your peptide.
Same needle.
Yeah, same needle.
Okay.
Because it hasn't gone in anything else, so it's not contaminated. So I always draw it a little bit more because you have to be mindful and look. You will have sometimes an air bubble in the luber lock, but that luber lock is where a portion of the measurement is coming from. So we have to make sure that we don't have any air in there.
And I'm drawing to 0.1. correct?
I always go just a smidge further so you don't lose anything, to be sure. This is one so I don't lose.
Okay.
Okay.
Take my peptide off.
So now, yeah, take your peptide off, pull back on the syringe a bit so the liquid isn't all up in the lure lock, right? So I pulled my liquid down into the middle of the syringe so I can take off my needle without losing any.
You go down to the middle, you said?
Yeah, just so that I don't lose any as I take off. So we're switching up the needles now from the loading needle to the little skinny insulin needle to inject.
Okay. And so I just twist that off.
Yep. And then you put one of the little yellow ones on.
Oh, where am I twisting here from? I could just use the cap, I guess, eh? Twisting. Twist it off.
Yeah, put the cap back on.
I'm like trying to do it without that, and that was a little difficult. Okay. Now we're putting this guy on. Twisty up. Okay.
Okay.
And then I guess I get my liquid to the tip.
Yeah.
Be next. Where's that number one? Okay.
Okay, so
Ah!
alcohol on pad. You're so cute. And wipe a little spot on your belly.
Can I go like right into one of my love handles back here? I want to get close to my back, or will that matter?
That's where I do mine, is my love handles, because I don't have a lot on my belly, but you can do it anywhere subcutaneous, so I do my love handles. Yeah, you're like me, you don't have a lot, so just wipe down that little area. The nice thing about Reddit is, first of all, it's a tiny dose, and second of all, it doesn't sting at all. The one I'm doing right now stings like not fun at all.
Okay.
Okay, so can you see me?
Yeah.
You want to squeeze, and I go in at a 40-degree angle. And then you just push and pop it out, and then I wipe again, even though there's nothing really to wipe. It feels like barely anything because that's a tiny, tiny shot, but.
Ah! That was fuck all.
Right?
What the hell was that? I felt it a little bit, but it was minor. It was like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Guaranteed, I don't even feel them at all go in my skin anymore. It's probably because you had a little bit of anxiety about just the notion of injection.
Totally.
And I notice when I have a high stress day, so I'm in maybe a sympathetic nervous system response, and I have to do my injections, they all feel worse. So I'm super, super mindful of how I feel before I do my injections. So now if I'm in a good mental spot and the less stress hormones raging in a parasympathetic nervous system response, I don't even feel them. They're just like, they go in, I'm like, cool.
Amazing. Thank you for taking the time to walk me through this.
Oh my goodness, you're good.
I would have been a bit confused for sure, I think, without your help there. So.
Now the good part is that all you have to do is open a fresh needle and syringe and take it out. Next week, you'll be in touch with me, but I probably want to titrate you up because how tall are you, Cori?
5'10" and a half.
Yeah, so I'll probably want to titrate you up to a 2-milligram dosage next week.
Okay.
Just be mindful of your food noise, be mindful of inflammation, and be mindful of any gastrointestinal upset. I don't think you're going to have any of them, especially at that dose, but you may see the inflammation come down really quickly. And weigh yourself today. You'll probably lose a couple pounds this week.
Well, yeah, I was gonna do a bunch of shots here next and take all my befores.
Yeah, totally. Do it.
Do my tape measurements and my scale weight.
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
I use an app that I use with my clients because people struggle with using tape measurements, of course, because they can't get the right spot.
Yeah.
It's called 360
360 what?
360 me, or me
360 me. Okay. I will get it.
It's actually really, really good.
Cool.
So,
No, I've wanted that for a while. Something like that would just be able to read my BMI.
Yeah, and it tells you, like, move your hand a little bit, and it, like, scans you, and then you
Yeah.
do, like, back-to-back comparisons, and I'm like, I have a $20,000 medical version of that, and I'm like, this is almost as good.
Insane. That's awesome.
Totally. So, yeah, well, we'll do the next one together, too, because as you can see, it's pretty quick, right?
Oh yeah, it's a party too, so it's way funner.
All right, way more fun. During my I just dropped down my Reddit.
Right?
Enough Reddit on there.
Well, man, I tell you, that is just nothing compared to where my mind took me before this. It's so funny where a mind can bring you. Like, that was just so mellow.
Well, the other thing I find too is that I find once you are okay with it, once you've done it a few times, I find I actually feel empowered
Mm-hmm.
by doing the needles, because there's something in the subconscious mind that is like, you know what, like, we're taking our health into our own hands, and we're doing things that we truly believe in and trust, rather than hoping that, you know, the Western medical system can not screw things up.
Yeah.
And I almost, I don't want to say addicted to it, but I look forward to it when it's time. Yeah, in a weird way.
Well,
Yeah.
it'll be like that for anything that the body knows that it's getting optimal results from. Like, we see it even with nutrition, right? Like, people who come off of like sugar addictions and they start getting into nutrient density. After a while, you don't start craving sugar, you start craving that nutrient density. And you start thinking about, oh yeah, I want that steak instead of I'm going to go get that Dynamo bar. So I could see that's probably lining up as it's your body's intuition. No, goodness is coming.
Totally.
Yeah.
Silence. That inflammation there is not good. By the third week, it was like incredible.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I got these bulging and herniated discs that are driving me crazy.
So bad.
I'm hoping that's what it is, and it's not the stenosis. Because at this point, they couldn't tell if it's the stenosis that's hitting the nerve on my L3 or if it's the bulging disc. And so, until I get my MRI, we don't know because they're just going off the CAT scan so far. So,
When's your MRI? Or is it
well, that's not even scheduled yet because I'm still waiting for my appointment with my neurologist, which has already been over 2 months since they said I'll be talking to a neurologist at some point. And I told the doctor what I was up to because they're like, well, the neurologist is probably going to want to give you a shot of cortisone into your disc, and then they'll probably talk about wanting to sand down your vertebrae, so to speak. It's pretty much like right, to make room for the pathway for the nerve because of the prominent stenosis taking place that they think might be what the issue is. So I was just like, well, you know, I want to do everything I can to avoid surgery, and I also don't want to go in for a cortisone shot because I haven't had cortisone shots, and I don't want to start relying on cortisone shots to try to get through all of this. So I'm like, it's a herniated disc. If it's the herniated and bulging disc, those recover within a year with just normal intervention. So I'm gonna go at it with all of my anti-inflammatory interventions, and we'll talk. And he's like, well, you're gonna have time because it's gonna be a while before you're gonna see your neurologist. You're just in queue, just to give you a little heads up. I'm like, yeah, I'm well aware of what our medical system is like, being a patient advocate.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's not quick, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, that one sucks.
What's that one that you just did?
NAD plus.
Right.
I have to do NAD plus and Lot C 3 times a week, and they both burn.
So
Both of them.
so it's okay to do them back to back and not spread it out?
Yeah, Lot C and NAD plus go well together, and they both potentiate Retta. So normally you wouldn't do Retta on the same day, but I'm a special case.
Right. Okay.
But so I only do Retta once a week, so will you. So we'll both do our Rettas on Monday. But these two.
So then what would be the complication and then of a stack if you're still going to do the peptides on the same day? And then why would the stack be starting to not look as good just because they're sitting on top of each other, or is that why?
Well, there are a couple different things. It depends. So like for the closed sack, for instance, TB is meant to be taken once, twice a week max in a bolus. basically daily, and therefore you're actually just turning off all of your TB receptors.
Huh.
It takes you like 6 months to get them back on. So,
Yeah.
right? So in this case, a lot of the cases it's a pH thing. And so it's either a dosey thing or a pH thing. So the other problem with that close stack, for instance, is the GHK is a very particular pH level, and it degrades very, very quickly, especially when the presence of a higher pH compounds, which are what the other things are. So it messes with its efficacy because the pHs don't match all within the same compound. So as soon as you reconstitute them, they're different. The pHs like change the. So you have like 50 milligrams of GHK in that vial, but it might only be 30 milligrams by the time some of it degrades because it doesn't like the pH of the other compounds inside of the vial.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
do everything separately, and then you have control of things. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. I was always wondering about it even when I first started reading about stacks, and then when Abby brought it up, I was like, oh, I guess that was a worthy hunch.
Yeah, and I did the close stack too. I mean, nothing bad happens, but nothing good happens. You're not maximizing your spend. You know, my thoughts were, oh, it's only, you know, whatever it is, $160 or whatever for all the things that I love.
Yeah.
But if half of them aren't, I don't know the dosage I'm taking because they change in the compound, or if I'm overdosing on one of them and underdosing the other, it's like, just to save a few bucks, like I want to do it right and be able to measure my results, not be just
Right.
wild westing it, right?
Yeah. On this disc degeneration group that I'm on, there was I announced that I was going to be starting peptides on there, and the guy perked up. He's like, "That's very smart of you." He's like, "I'm on a peptide protocol. I'm doing this, and they're crazy. I can't even believe it." And he was doing like the Wolverine pack, and then he said I went started experimenting, and he said that he did the Clo, and that it fucking took all his wrinkles out. He's like, I can't. It's like someone ironed my face. They're all gone. I can't even believe it. It was like like 6 months later, his wrinkles gone. He said.
Well, I need to do it longer. I only did it for a couple of weeks, and then abs taken off that. I do other things with you.
So I don't know if he was stretching his words by any means, but it sounded pretty cool.
I've seen some people, I've heard, not seen it with my own eyes, but I've heard of some people that have having some really good luck with their skin and face.
Yeah.
It takes more than 2 weeks, like I tried it for, but yeah,
Oh, I bet you it would, yeah,
like anything.
for sure.
We all want our little instant results, right?
Yeah, that's what it's at. That's what we seem to be chasing, is instant everything.
Exactly. Check out these. Some company sent me like $1,000 worth of their peptides.
Oh, nice.
Bioactive peptides, you know what they're made out of? Fava beans.
What?
I know, like our fava beans peptides all of a sudden, magnesium.
Hello, Clarice. Bring me the flava beans.
Was like so mad. He's like, I want you to sue these people. I'm like, yeah, like next time for that, I'm just gonna take their supplements.
Reminded me of Hannibal Lecter when he talks about flava beans
Right.
on Silence of the Lambs.
Gluten and ginkgo. Gluten and ginkgo. So I'll try. Can't tell anyway. One dose. Mark and I are always get people send me.
That's awesome. Yeah, guys.
All the free stuff, but I don't.
All right, there we have it, folks. My first peptide injection. Hang out. I'm going to be doing this journey going forward, and I'll be tracking my results and showing my progress as I go with, the lovely Anna Reimer once again. Anna, thanks for joining us. It is very great to have you assist me with today. You guys, this is the future. We're with RX Supplements, and here we go.
You're so adorable.
Thanks again.
Love you, my friend.
Love you too.
Talk soon.
Yeah, ciao guys. Happy birthday, Dave. Yeah!